Hi, I'm Patrick Carter, Technical Trainer here at IC Realtime. Welcome to our informative video series. Today we're going to talk about NVRs, and in particular our MP series NVR. IC Realtime NVRs are designed as network video recorders for IP cameras specifically. We had a wide range of recorders in our line, and they're segregated essentially by PoE, meaning Power over Ethernet switch on board, or non-PoE. The N series and the 8128 are great examples of non-PoE recorders, meaning you'll use your own switches. For convenience, many of our dealers and installers love having the switch built into the recorder. It does a lot of neat things. For example, you plug your cameras directly into it with a with a patch cable, and you have Power over Ethernet directly to your camera. It's literally plug and play. Another thing that's very unique is that the recorder itself does have DHCP. It will assign IP addresses to all of your IP cameras, and it makes life a lot easier when you're configuring. Another plus is encode settings. When you modify the encode settings at the recorder level, they will immediately replicate out to your IP cameras very, very quickly over the PoE switch. So let's go ahead and take a look at the unit now. The first thing you'll notice in your NVR is the accessory box. In the accessory box, you have several really powerful tools that will help you with your install. The first thing you'll notice in the very top of the unit is this cool certificate. All of our recorders are built to suit, meaning as you place your order, it's assembled that day. One of the steps in that is pre-registering it with our own DDNS service. This is essentially letting you know that the unit has been pre-registered. Very simple to set up our DDNS, and we'll talk about that in the networking class later in this series. You'll notice a standard USB mouse. In fact, any USB mouse will work just fine with our recorders. We get a lot of questions regarding wireless mice as well. Actually, all of our units do have drivers for Microsoft or Logitech wireless mice, so if you'd rather use a wireless mouse, you're more than welcome to. I can tell you when my son comes home from college, the first thing that happens is the mouse disappears off the DVR. So always make sure you have extras in your truck. It will definitely help you later on in life. You'll notice all of our units come with a remote control. This is very handy for toggling between channels. You want a 1-channel view, a 4, and 8-channel view. It's very good for that. You could actually configure the unit with it as well, but it's probably not the easiest way to do it. Standard power cord. Obviously, one end goes into the recorder, the other end goes into your battery backup or your UPS to help protect the unit. An accessory bag. This has the arms to connect your unit to your rack, as well as extra screws. If you want to add more hard drives, you're more than welcome to do that. All the accessories are right here in the kit. You'll also notice that all of our units come with extra SATA cables. The drives that we use are primarily standard SATA drives at 7200 RPM. They are server grade drives. If you decide you want to add your own later on to upgrade, we'll even give you the cables. A standard Cat5 patch cable comes with all of our recorders. This will be used to connect the Ethernet connection on the back of the unit to a standard switch, hub, router, or a wall outlet, depending on what kind of install you're doing. More mounting for your hard drive. And of course, a very handy CD that normally has drivers, how-tos, any type of knowledge that you may need. This is also available on our website, icrealtime.com/support. You'll also notice that many of our units come with extra bags. The reason we do this is because a lot of our resellers would rather reseal the unit. Once they've taken the unit, configured it, and made sure everything was intact, they go ahead and repackage it. So we do put extra bags inside of the units in case you want to do that. Let's go ahead and look at the recorder now. As you remove the recorder from the box, you'll notice that it's very well packed. We do secure the recorder the best we can after we assemble it to make sure it doesn't get damaged in shipment. If you do notice any damage to the box or to the foam packing material, please notify your rep immediately. We'll make sure that there's not any problems with the unit. You'll also notice that the protective bag that comes in the unit is often left unsealed. That's actually from our installation department. Just lets you know that it was built to suit just for you. The first thing you'll notice about this new NVR is the new bezel. The faceplate was designed essentially for rack mount systems to give you a much, much cleaner look. You'll notice you still have indicators for power as well as a USB on the faceplate. But the faceplate has completely been re-energized for 2015. On the back of the unit, you'll notice your power connector and of course your power switch, your power supply fan that should be left available for ventilation, your PoE switch that's built into the unit. Again, every camera plugs directly into the back of this switch. As soon as it's powered up, you'll be good to go. An Ethernet connector, so you can obviously connect the recorder to your local network. Microphone ports, VGA port, an RS-232 if you decide you want to control this unit through your integration system. And of course, these green connectors, which are Phoenix connectors, they're used primarily for alarm contacts, alarm inputs and outputs, an eSATA and an HDMI. There are eSATA devices available for external storage. Just contact your sales rep for those. So this being an MP series with the switch built in, you can see it's 100% plug and play, very flexible, very powerful unit. You'll also notice the NS series, which is kind of a smaller version of the MP, and the 600V series, which is another smaller version. But the MP is kind of our go-to unit when it comes to integration, when it comes to big, powerful operations. Again, I'm Patrick Carter, Training Manager for IC Realtime. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you at the next session.